Well, first the White House freaking out, now the Hillary Clinton campaign freaking out that Americans will learn that she's running an imperial campaign. That's according to a new WikiLeaks. Amy Moreno, oh, there she is, Queen Hillary. Yes, the Amy Moreno at TruthFeed reports that Hillary Clinton is an elitist snob who believes she is owed the White House. Yes, I can agree with Amy Moreno on that point 100%. They state that she is arguably the most corrupt politician of our lifetime and has used the rigged system to weasel out charges that would send the rest of us to prison for the rest of our lives. She writes, it's not a right-wing conspiracy to take down Hillary Clinton. No, Hillary's story is that of a power-hungry, greedy woman who has loathing and contempt for the middle-class peasants and only cares about her rich, globalist banker pals and Hollywood elites. They write that her campaign knows this, and they worry that the public will catch wind of who Hillary Clinton really is. Case in point, WikiLeaks email 24584. Write that down, look it up. WikiLeaks email 24584. Or you can go to the link in the description to the TruthFeed website. They posted it there. Now, it was from an LA progressive Huffington Post writer to Hillary Clinton's chief of staff, John Podesta. The subject line was, John, be careful. Yes, John, be careful. The email reads as a stark warning to Hillary's top brass from the entrenched liberal media who work for her, and it warned, quote, I'm not going to raise this publicly, but one of HRC's opponents will soon charge that she's running an imperial campaign. Now, they state, if it is the right opponent, Democrat or Republican, the charge will resonate. Probably 90% of the total media coverage of HRC, Hillary Rodham Clinton, has a negative slant from her paid speeches to foundation donations to not answering questions from the press. Remember when she was like dodging the press for like a year for her whole campaign? They write, her caution on policy has created a news vacuum that is filled by these other stories. Now, you got to remember when this came out, Hillary was dodging the media. So when people were reporting that she wasn't doing anything, she wasn't commenting. So yes, there was a vacuum in the press that was being filled by the speculation of what is going on because of her own absence. Now, they state, the email continues, and while I don't have the highest regard for most of the campaign press corps, they are getting dangerously unhappy about HRC refusing to answer questions. Now, he continues his warning. He says, if we look at a long curve of her numbers, there is serious concern if trends continue. He warns, I see nothing today that will change them. What I hear from many Democrats is that there is something off-key about her campaign. Many Democrats are worried about this. There's something off-key about her campaign, and the hope that Republican candidates are so bad that she can win by playing cautious. They say that is a very dangerous way to run for president. Now, he continues his warning. This is a long email. They write, what I hear from average voters is basically a shrug. No enthusiasm. Wait and see with some real doubts. They say there is a missing element in her campaign that is troubling. The imperial campaign charge will resonate when the right candidate figures it out. So the fact that if you recall, I mean, it was so blatantly obvious that when Hillary Clinton was dodging the press, when she wasn't holding press conferences, I mean, that's what she had, an imperial campaign. She was untouchable. She didn't have to answer to the press in her own mind. So therefore, she just dodged them. So the vacuum of stories, just based on that, was getting louder and louder and louder. Until she finally came forward. And this email was a stark warning from her own paid-off corporate press corps, warning their own campaign. You guys better be careful. This is what's happening. This is the word on the street. You better be careful because people will levy the charge. So they were giving the stark warning. And of course, what happened? And then she started to do the press conferences, and now the press conferences are all staged, completely staged. I mean, you have Hillary's campaign giving questions to the press to ask. What kind of campaign is this? This is a joke. It's a freaking joke. The biggest joke in American history, my friends. The biggest joke in American history. I mean, this is Hollywood level staged fraud on a massive scale. This is a reality show that has been scripted by the very top. And it's so funny because I mentioned reality show because Trump is the king of reality shows. You know, I love watching An Apprentice. I love it. Big show. Big fan. My wife and I, we love the show. I love watching and reporting on the election. But what we're seeing through the WikiLeaks proves, beyond a shadow of a doubt, everything about Hillary Clinton is absolutely staged. Even that little girl with the little bow in her hair, Democrat operative, asking a staged question, IMDb account. I mean, CNN in the tank for her, switching up Donald Trump's tweets, injecting words to make him seem like he's a racist, taking him out of context. Oh, I mean, every time I hear them say that he wants, that Mexico is only sends rapist immigrants, like, that is so taken out of context. It just blows my mind. It's like you can't logically talk to somebody because they've already been brainwashed so completely by the press about that statement. And you know damn well that's not what he meant. All right? Anyone with half a brain who can understand logic knows that's not what he meant. Okay? But I digress. The point is that the warnings were issued, and now they didn't want people to see this Imperial campaign. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Comment below. Subscribe for updates. If you like what we're doing, give us a thumbs up and share this report. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
You possess the power to impact the global narrative. Please share this report, and to get more videos like this, become a Next News subscriber by clicking the link below. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.